Binghamton about to get things started. Let's meet the starting lineups for each team. As Syracuse, the defending national champs, entered the game with a record of 2-1. Binghamton at 3-4. The starters for the visitors from Binghamton in the backcourt: Troy Haley and Brandon Carter, along with Billy Williams. Three-guard lineup to start. Nick Billings at center, and it's Sebastian Hermanier at forward. For the Orange Men, the same starting lineup they've used all season long. Jerry McNamara and Billy Edel in the backcourt. Craig Ford starts his 75th consecutive game at center. Hakeem Warwick and Josh Pace at the forwards. The head coaches for Binghamton, it's Al Walker. His fourth season with the Bearcats, his record 40-50. And for the Orange Men, in his 28th season is Jim Boeheim, an overall record of 655 and 227. Two of those victories for Coach Boeheim have come against these Binghamton Bearcats. SU leads the all-time series 2-0, winning by an average of over 40 points per contest. This is the third meeting between the two. The officials for tonight's game: Doug Shows, Bill McCarthy, and Paul Faya. One of the questions that will be answered tonight is the future of that young man. Louis McCroskey rejoined the team in practice this past week after having some academic issues cleared up. McCroskey may see his first action for the Orange Men here tonight, and he is a highly talented freshman player that could contribute to this team. But the question is, would they redshirt him or let him participate and help out this year? It appears that he will play this year. He went through all the pregame warm-ups with the Orange Men, and we do expect to see him here tonight. Students still in town, still on campus, wrapping up final exams. This is a nice study break for them to come out and support the Orange Men as they take on Binghamton. Hakeem Warwick leading SU in scoring this year, averaging nearly 26 points per game. He will jump center against Nick Billings of Binghamton. And he will win that opening tap back to Billy Edelman, and we are underway at the Carrier Dome.
And Binghamton, no surprise, man-to-man defense. We will see a lot of this look tonight out of the Bearcats.
And that may play right into the Orangemen's hands. Edelman going baseline, has it blocked from behind by Billings. Here come the Bearcats in transition. You got to watch out for Billings with the blocks. He was second in the nation last year to only Emeka Okafor of UConn in block shots.
And a nice recovery. Fourth had him 15 feet from the basket. He covered the ground and made the block.
And there's an early turnover from Binghamton. Syracuse gets it back. That's something you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Dan, that Binghamton's had trouble holding on to the basketball.
18 turnovers a game. And if they hit that number tonight, could be a lot of trouble. They're going to need to minimize, keep it under 12 if they have any chance against the Orange.
We're still scoreless early on. The fans on their feet with a rhythmic clap until that first field goal from the Orange Men. Warwick will try to get it here, and he does! Oh, my goodness!
And you ain't blocking that one. Warwick, a quick spin down the baseline. Over the big man in his face.
You know, that first basket's supposed to sit the fans down, but I think they wanted to stand and cheer. They were already standing. Billings steps in, will take a long-range jumper. Missed it badly, a brick. Rebound battled off the floor. Josh Pace trying to chase it down, but he can't get it. Brandon Carter comes up with it for the Bearcats. And Binghamton will go on offense. A rebuilding program out of the America East. Inside it goes for Billings, and we have a double dribble called against the big man from Binghamton.
Syracuse defense intensity there early. Binghamton a little confused, and Billings there 15 feet from the basket. Gets whistled for the double dribble.
Fourth backs in. Billings kicks it out for Warwick. He'll take the jumper and hit. Hakeem.
Showing the variety in his game, stepping out, hitting down that medium range jump shot. Nice touch.
He can throw it down on you, and he can hit the jumper. That's tough to defend. 4-0 Orange. Billings leaves it off for Hermanier. And they bounce it down low. Hermanier, battle of number ones, kicks it outside for Carter. Penetrates, short jumper is good. First basket of the game for Binghamton, and it's 4-2.
Good patience, and Carter, good work off the dribble.
Binghamton is still a relatively new program to Division I college basketball. They have a new events center going up. They expect to open at the end of next month. Really a beautiful facility. Cost them $33 million. Down low, Edelman has it blocked by Billings. Second block for the Binghamton big man. Pace tries to back his way in. He kicks it outside for Warwick. Feeds McNamara. Back for Akeem. Pace is open. He penetrates, goes over Billings, and shoots an air ball, and the clock runs out. The shot clock runs out as Pace's shot did not hit rim. And Syracuse turns the ball over. But you could see immediately, Dan, what a presence that Nick Billings is inside.
Without a doubt, covers a lot of real estate, no question. And he's altered. He has 2 blocks, 3 blocks actually, and he's altered a couple others. So he's definitely a presence.
Something the Orangemen have to deal with throughout this one, as Billings has it now with 4th out on him. Whistle and a foul away from the ball is going to go against Binghamton. That's a Bearcats turnover as we look at Al Walker. Coached at one time the Chaminade Silver Swords in Hawaii.
Hawaii to Binghamton. And you see the turns right there off the bat.
It's been a problem for Binghamton. It has been at the start of this game. Warwick with all 4 points for the Orange so far. He gets the feed from McNamara, but he misses the slam. It was still fun to watch. Carter in the front court kicks it back outside for Haley. Billings with it now. Hermanier will drive against Warwick. Get in the lane. Leave it for Billings. Reverse layup falls.
Nice move. Billings along the baseline, and I mentioned in the open, very raw when he came in here as a freshman, but really he's developed a nice hook shot, a nice little soft touch around the basket, and there showed a good ability to get to the basket and finish.
G-Mac comes off the screen, tries to penetrate, double comes, and McNamara turns it over. Well, Binghamton is not coming in here intimidated whatsoever by these national champion Orangemen.
They certainly, as the old phrase goes, do not have anything to lose. This would be a huge victory for them, and hey, this is a great test going into conference play. This will certainly get them prepared for their own conference, and they should be one of the better teams in that division.
Billings has his shot blocked by Fourth, but there to clean it up is Troy Haley.
And Fourth going for the block, takes him away from the basket, and no help down low on the boards, and they get the easy garbage bucket.
Warwick will pull up from there. Missed it badly. Billy E getting on the boards.
Good work on the glass, and the head fake gets Billings up, and Billy E not afraid to take the garbage out to the curb.
We're all tied at 6. First basket for someone other than Warwick in this game. Edelin gets it, and he comes up with a steal. Edelin, cross-court pass for Josh Pace on the drive. Looked to kick it for Warwick, but lost the handle. Stolen away by the Bearcats. Here comes Binghamton in transition. Williams will leave it outside for Haley. Armanier with a long-range jumper, and it falls. A 3-pointer for Armanier. And Binghamton has a 9-6 lead over Syracuse here at the Carrier Dome.
And a good reversal, good ball movement. That reversal froze the defense, and Armanier able to set his feet. Pretty name and a pretty touch.
Sounds more like a hockey player to me as Warwick feeds Pace. Runner in the lane is good. He is so tough with that running left-hander. He gets another one to fall, and it's a 1-point lead now for Binghamton. Outside of the St. Bonaventure game, Syracuse has not come out of the blocks well. Starts of games have been a problem for the Orangemen, and they are not starting out especially well here tonight. Williams with it, tries to feed it inside. Fourth broke it up, whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against Binghamton and Billings. Credit first.
Excuse me, Doug. Credit Craig Forth denying the basketball. Good position. Watch the arm around. Nice denial there, and he goes for the basketball. And Craig Forth is just, that Bonaventure game really started him off. Energy, working hard, and it paid off.
Billings has asserted himself early. Binghamton off to a 1-point lead over Syracuse. Timeout on the court. We'll be back to the Carrier Dome right after this. Back inside the Carrier Dome, Syracuse trails by 1. Warwick leading the way with 4 so far, 2 coming on this play.
You see they get nice job of spreading the floor and Warwick to catch the quick drop step, that first step, and it's killer. And once he gets some momentum to the goal, Billings, I don't care who you are, you're not stopping that one.
Warwick just posterized a 7-footer with that slam.
And really having off to a great game, just a great season. You mentioned about how the fans are up cheering. And you buy a ticket here, he catches the ball. You're really only going to need the front part of your seat because he's going to keep you out of it.
There's Billings. Picked up his first personal foul a moment ago, and he is on the bench at the moment. Chance for the Orangemen maybe to get things going inside. McNeil is in there to replace Forth on the Syracuse end of things.
Forth gave him some good minutes, good hustle. Nice job denying the basketball from Billings. So he worked hard, and we'll see what Jeremy McNeil can bring to the table here.
Pace penetrating, spinning in the lane, banks it up and in. Josh Pace.
I thought they were going to whistle him with the travel, but he gets away with it. Nice move, really backs that defender down, and nice use of the glass.
Syracuse has to be a nightmare to defend with the way they all can pretty much penetrate with the basketball, top to bottom. On the drive, McNeil changes that shot. It's missed by Carter, or rather that was Alex Adederin. But we have a whistle following that play.
And Adederin really had McNeil away from the basket. You see there the foul on the arm, but he had McNeil 15 feet from the basket, able just to put it on the floor there and blow by him, but they work hard on the offensive glass and get themselves to the free throw line.
Joel Cassius at the line. First free throw falls. He'll have another. As Billings watches, we're all tied 10-10. Second free throw upcoming for Cassius, a sophomore from Montreal. And he hits. Another substitution for the Bearcats. That's Brett Watson, senior out of Wichita, Kansas, entering the game, and he replaces Troy Haley. So it's Binghamton up by 1 with 13 and a half to go, first half. Pace getting in the lane again. That one rims out. McNeil to follow, and he slams. Get out of his way.
Big time. Put the valuables away. That guy does some damage underneath, and Syracuse, good spacing there. Enabled Pace to get down that lane, and McNeil there to do the dirty work.
They try to go inside. Binghamton does, but McNeil is there to take it away. Jeremy didn't get a whole lot of minutes against St. Bonaventure in the last SU game. He wants to make sure he stays out there a while. McNamara from way downtown missed the shot. He was knocked to the deck. He looked for the foul but didn't get it. Watson in the front court for the Bearcats. Drives a lane. Finger roll rejected by McNeil. Binghamton gets it back. They try to go inside. Warwick steals momentarily, but steps on the sideline out of bounds. Binghamton will keep possession. How about Jeremy telling Watson to get this shot out of here?
Big time. Insufficient postage. Rejected.
Return
Beautiful.
to sender, I guess, eh?
Big time.
You think McNeil was challenged a bit by the game that Forth played against St. Bonaventure?
I would say that's a safe assumption, big man.
He's thinking, I want my minutes too, and he's really stepping up. Orange by 1 only, however. Just under 12 and a half to go, first half. Long range 3, and it's bottomed out by Brandon Carter. And Binghamton goes back up by 2.
Good patience, and it's certainly working with the ball movement there. And Binghamton very patient. Wide open shooter. And that's easy pickings when you can square up and get a good look like that.
Warwick posting up down low on Hermanier. McNamara for Pace. Looking inside, has it knocked away. Battle for the loose ball, and out of bounds steps Troy Haley, and Syracuse will get the ball back.
Stepped on my toe when he went by.
Practically did. Although you didn't flinch there, big man. I'm proud of you. Timeout on the court. We'll be back to the Dome right after this. Back inside the Carrier Dome. Hey, look, it's Queth Dwaney in the house.
Welcome home. And they certainly miss him in a big way. Everybody talks about Carmelo, but defensively they miss him in the bottom of that zone. Very athletic, and he also could knock down that three-pointer. And Syracuse a little shy on the perimeter shooting, and Queth could fill it up from deep as well.
Great to see Queth back on campus. Orangemen trailed by 2. And you know what? He was that extra three-point threat. This season, Syracuse has made just 1 3-pointer outside of Jerry McNamara. Nichols has 1. That's it.
And that's why I'm curious to see what, if McCroskey gets into the game, what he can do. We've heard a lot about his perimeter play, and Syracuse really, last game they needed a physical presence to step up in the middle. Craig Forth did, so now they need to find another answer from the perimeter.
Out of the officials' timeout, Syracuse with the ball, trailing by 2. McNamara rubs off the screen, feeds Edelin. Billy E goes baseline, will take it all the way back around. And that's going to do it on the shot clock. Syracuse wasn't aware, to be honest, I wasn't aware that the shot clock was that low. Binghamton gets it back. Substitution for the Bearcats. Robert Todd checks in. Junior 6'6", out of Titusville, Florida. Louis McCroskey getting his sweats off over there. It appears that we will see him momentarily.
Syracuse into a man-to-man pressure to try and create some turnovers, and Binghamton has to call a timeout.
Todd had no one to get the ball into, and he calls for time. I'd imagine this would be a short version. Yep, 30-second timeout. As Al Walker will pen out a play here against the Syracuse defense. Here's how these two teams match up, and you can see that on paper, this game should go handily to the Orangemen. SU scoring nearly 83 points per game, while Binghamton scores only 61 per contest. Turnovers huge as well, as Binghamton is coughing it up 18.3 times per game. Syracuse only 11 per contest. And you combine that with the way Syracuse can steal the ball, and it spells trouble for Binghamton, but not so far.
Well said. Without a doubt. And Syracuse, offensively, they haven't looked too crisp all season, but really the turnovers have been limited. So they've done a nice job there taking care of the basketball.
Nick Billings back into the game, and he gets the inbound pass from Todd. Binghamton still struggling to get it across the midcourt line. Here they do, though. Carter feeds Billings. Back outside for Haley. He launches a 3. Missed it badly. McNeil pulls the rebound off the floor and feeds Jerry McNamara. Here comes G-Mac in transition, going behind the back. Using a screen from Warwick. And he'll pull it out and set things up for the Syracuse offense. Trailing by 2, and the Syracuse offense getting off to a slow start tonight. Nichols feeds Warwick. They'll clear out for him momentarily. Back for a Nichols 3, and it was way off the mark. Billings the rebound for the Bearcats.
You credit Binghamton. Syracuse, usually the offense starts when they get a spurt offensively, when they run some transition off of turnovers, and Binghamton's doing a nice job on defense, getting back and taking away that fast break game that Syracuse loves.
Part of the reason why Coach Boeheim went to the press there to try to up the tempo a bit. Billings works against McNeil, missed the shot. Hermanier the rebound, kicks it back outside for Carter. Hermanier now, cross-court pass stolen by Pace. Nice defensive play from Josh, and here come the Orangemen in transition. Nichols down low, he lays it in.
And as I speak about transition, there you go, and that might be the spark that Syracuse needed. And how about the look? Jerry McNamara didn't even have it in his hands for a split second, just fires it underneath for the easy bucket.
Binghamton gets it across against the pressure. Carter pulling up and hitting. And Binghamton reclaims a 2-point lead.
And a tough shot with McNeil right in his face. You take a look at the glass. Binghamton a sizable advantage, 9-5.
Pace penetrates and gets hip checked by Haley. Non-shooting foul. And only the 3rd team foul for Binghamton. Terrence Roberts in for Syracuse, replacing Akeem Warwick. Binghamton also with some substitutions. Billy Williams back in. Also entering for Binghamton is Giovanni Olomo, freshman from Cameroon. We had a guy from Cameroon just last week. The big center for St. Bonaventure.
Still no blowout here.
No. McNamara the 3, and SU goes back up by 1. Syracuse putting on pressure, and Roberts commits the personal.
You know, I saw Cameroon on the media guide, and I said, oh, just waiting for Doug to drop that one on me. And here's G-Mac getting on track, coming off a screen, working off a Billy E screen. And a big shot there, and Syracuse a little spurt.
They've done some Cameroon research. Their soccer team known as the Indomitable Lions, something like that. They did win the Olympic gold medal.
Nice to know you're working on hoops.
The Indomitable Lion. No, I'm all about the soccer, big man. 16-16 our score, under 10 minutes to go first half. Binghamton gets it down low, turnaround, deflected by McNeil. Alex Adadrian denied. Now it's Roberts in the front court, driving, left-hander, missed the McNeil, slams in the follow!
And the tempo certainly turned up in Syracuse's favor, and they've got it going on. And who else? Jeremy McNeil around the rim with authority.
Carter barrels over Roberts, no whistle. Transition opportunity for the Bearcats, but the shot is missed. Haley couldn't convert. Here comes GMAC in transition, has pace with him. Feeds Josh, layup, it's good.
And Binghamton might want a timeout, and they get one there. This tempo, big time in the Orange's favor.
The Orange men going on a run to take a 4-point lead over Binghamton. Mike Hopkins all fired up. Excited about the last couple of moments for his team.
And why not? They put that press on, they get the tempo that they like, and they get out in the open court, and they've got a lot of guys that can finish.
Great coaching move by Jim Boeheim to slap that press on, huh?
Without a doubt, they've got a lot of good athletes that can play defense full court, and they've shown that early, creating the turnovers, and again, getting the easy buckets.
Jeremy McNeil stepping up big time for SU as well in that last sequence.
Grabs the board and he sprints the floor. You see here's GMAC looking for his options, finds pace, misses a little chippy, or actually that's pace finishing. One sequence where he missed, and McNeil actually ran the length of the floor and finished up the cheap stuff, but Josh Pace also a solid threat in transition. Syracuse just a lot of weapons on the fast break.
SU with its biggest lead tonight at only 4 points. McNeil with 4 points and 4 rebounds in his time out there for the Orangemen. It's a 4-point SU lead. Haley runs the point, leaves it off for Robert Todd, the big redhead. Haley inside Billings, who's been silent as of late. His shot hits the side of the backboard. Edelin the rebound. Oh, he tried to feed McNeil in transition, went through Jeremy's hands. And Binghamton comes up with a turnover.
A tough pass to handle there for McNeil, but credit the big fella running the floor, working hard.
Still only a 4-point lead for the Orangemen. The longer you let Binghamton hang around, the more these Bearcats are going to think they can pull off a miracle. Binghamton will retain possession of the ball as Edelin got a paw on it.
See, they're active. They're denying the basketball down in the post, and Edelin very active, also up on the ball, putting a lot of pressure.
Sebastian Hermanier is in for Binghamton. Syracuse counters with a number 1 of its own. Josh Pace sits down as Akeem Warwick re-enters the game for the Orangemen. 4-point lead for SU. Nice defensive play by Roberts, and Terrence comes up with a turnover.
Showing the hands off there, big time, going down low to scoop that one up.
Good defense against Alex Adadrian of Binghamton. Edelin tries to lob it for Warwick. Right back to Billy E. Missed the layup, but draws the personal foul.
And good recognition by Warwick. That double team steps up on him. And Billy E. also good recognition, goes to the goal, and Warwick, unselfish, finds Billy E. Goes to the basket strong, and he's certainly making a living at the free throw line this season.
Edelin at the line, averaging just over 16 points per contest. Misses the free throw. That's been a sore spot for Edelin, his free throw shooting this year. Just at 47% coming into this game. And he rolls in the second one for a 5-point Syracuse lead. That is the biggest so far tonight. It's Syracuse 21, Binghamton 16. Back at the Carrier Dome, some pretty balanced scoring so far for the Orange men. Jeremy McNeil has 4.
You see there, that's another Terrence Roberts off the dribble, gives him another dimension, and Jeremy McNeil not afraid to dunk your junk.
Warwick also has 4. He had those very early on. Josh Pace leads the way for Syracuse with 6 points so far.
But a very athletic lineup on the floor. Warwick, they also have Roberts, McNeil, Billy Edelin, so they're very, very quick, very athletic, very active down low, and that's certainly paying dividends on the fast break, creating turnovers.
Jeremy stuffing the stat sheet with 4 points, 4 boards, 3 blocks. Todd gets it in, excuse me.
Syracuse shooting very well, 53%.
Haley drives and hits the layup. Binghamton's not backing down. It's a 3-point Syracuse lead.
Been aggressive. Haley runs right through that press and gets the easy bucket.
Edelin takes it down to the right wing, lobs inside for McNeil, who's asking for the ball. Works against a bigger Nick Billings. Out high for Warwick. He backs in. Cross-court pass for Nichols. Swinging over for Edelin. Shot clock down to 10. Edelin gets in the lane, takes the runner, missed it, tipped up and in though by the freshman Terrence Roberts.
And that's the activity that I was talking about. A lot of athletes there, Billy E. backing in, and Roberts unchecked.
Carter in transition, pull-up jumper, and missed it. Billings the follow, has it blocked. The rebound goes off of Billings and out of bounds, back to Syracuse. A lot of bumping and grinding down there, but no whistles.
You see through the press, the little pull-up. Billings able to get to the rack here. Syracuse, 3 defenders there able to swat that one away.
The Orange men looking for their biggest lead tonight. SU dominating the points in the paint, doubling up Binghamton there. SU by 5. Warwick will take a 3. Missed it. Not even close. Rebound battled for on the floor, goes out of bounds. Who touched it last? Syracuse touched it last, and Binghamton will retain possession. A couple of starters back into the lineup for Syracuse. Jerry McNamara re-enters the game, along with Josh Pace, Nichols, and Edelin. We'll take a break with 6:34 to go first half and a 5-point lead for the Orangemen. Billings has his pass stolen by McNamara. G-Mac gets the return pass and fires a 3 and hits.
Good pressure and exactly what Syracuse wants. Billings handling the basketball. Syracuse able to create the turnover, and G-Mac always big in the clutch, banging the 3.
First 3-pointer of the game made by the Orange men. 1 of 4 from behind the line. It's an 8-point lead. Billings has it blocked by Warwick.
Great hands, able to reach in before Billings takes it up high.
McNamara doing it by himself. First the steal, and then he spots up for the 3 ball.
And you got the 7-footer handling the basketball. That's trouble. And G-Mac says, here's double trouble.
Or even triple with the 3.
Triple trouble, there you go.
Why not? Near steal by Roberts. 3-pointer from Carter. Rims out. Warwick gets the rebound, but they're going to call Akeem for going over the back. Hack turns around and says, what, who, me? Boeheim says, what? You can hear him all the way over here.
Here's a good look at 3 ball from deep.
Sheesh, where was the contact?
Still looking for it.
So's Boeheim. Coach B not happy. 8-point lead for the Orange men, under 6 to go first half. Low scoring game between these two teams. Carter down to the corner for Haley. Back for Carter. Feeds it across for Williams. He has it knocked away. Warwick makes the play. Whistle and a foul against the Bearcats.
And they catch Williams. He got away with 1, but not the second time, and not a bad foul. See here, Warwick covering a lot of ground on the block. And watch right here. There's a little hold right there. That's not the one they called. Actually, that's the one they called, but there was actually 2 holds, and they caught him in the open floor. Not a bad foul.
Kind of reminiscent from the national championship game in New Orleans. Pass on the inside, alley-oop, and Roberts throws it down.
How about the catch?
What a feed, too.
Oh, awesome feed. And Roberts, ball over his shoulder, able to adjust and send it down.
SU by 10, biggest lead for the Orange men. Billy Williams. Out high for Brandon Carter, for Troy Haley. Binghamton likes to use the clock. They want to keep this to a low-scoring game. Double in the corner. They go inside, and the layup is made by Alex Adadrian. Here comes GMAC in transition. Leaves it off for Josh Pace. The Orange men's lead down to 8. The biggest has been 10. Pace lost his dribble. Throws it back out for Warwick. On the drive, Akeem in the lane. Banks it up, no good, but look at Roberts on the follow slam.
And Binghamton standing around, not checking out. And Roberts redecorating above the rim.
He has 6 points in the first half, a career high. Binghamton gets it across against the pressure. McNeil alters the shot of Haley. Haley missed the layup. Orange man with a rebound. Here they come in transition. GMAC gets a bump, no whistle. Roberts will take a 3. He's feeling it, and he hits! Are you kidding me? The freshman.
Showing a feathery touch. And it's all confidence. You get a couple of easy buckets. That basket looks a whole lot bigger. And Roberts, not bashful by any means. The big man stroking the lefty 3.
Hey, we wondered who was going to step up and start hitting some threes for this team. How about the freshman power forward? Why not? Terrence Roberts.
And right there, as you mentioned, a beautiful pass. Warwick to Roberts. And a nice spin move here. Nobody checks out. Roberts doesn't ring the doorbell, walks in the open door and hammers it down. And another look. How about a 3-ball from the big man? Why not? A lot of cord there.
Terrence Roberts is feeling it. 9 points and 4 rebounds off the bench for the freshman out of Jersey City, New Jersey. By far his best performance of the year. Career high. 13-point lead for the Orange men as they threaten to blow out the Bearcats here before halftime. Binghamton has been pesky, but the Orange men are putting together a run. Under 4 to go, first half. SU with its biggest lead. Williams for Ermanier. Carter far side for Williams. Shot clock down to 5. I got to do something quickly. Carter will launch a 3. Missed it. Rebound to Billings. He misses, but the follow. How about that? Wow. Brandon Carter slams it down.
And Syracuse did everything right until the final 3 seconds of that shot clock. Nobody checked out. And an easy garbage bucket for the Bearcats.
We have had some amazing plays in this game. Warwick feeds it for Pace, but it bounces off the noggin of a Binghamton player, I think, and out of bounds. Syracuse keeps possession. But we will have an official's timeout. Getting set to go in, though, was Louis McCroskey. We'll see his debut when we come back. Syracuse leads Binghamton by 11. Back inside the Carrier Dome, Syracuse leads by 11, but how about the athleticism from Binghamton right here?
How about the 6'3" fella on the 6'10" fella telling him, hey, invite me to this jam session.
My goodness, Brandon Carter, senior.
Just 6'3", able to get up there and send down the Nick Billings shot.
And as we resume play, Louis McCroskey is in the game for Syracuse, making his debut. Turnovers, Binghamton has coughed it up 9 times to SU's 5, and there's our first look at McCroskey. Had to sit out the first 3 games They had to get some academic issues cleared up. They have, and McCroskey is making his debut. He will not be redshirted. He's out there on the floor right now. Let's see what he can do. Starts out by going inside for Watkins. He takes a turnaround, gets fouled. It misses the shot. It almost fell in for him. But the freshman Darrell Watkins will go to the free throw line for 2.
See Watkins, little fadeaway. Billings going out for the block, catches him on the arm. The freshmen aren't shy. They come in and let it fly.
Billings picks up his second personal 6-team foul for Binghamton. The Patterson Catholic High School product Watkins at the line makes the free throw.
And we talked in the open about turnovers and Syracuse really capitalizing 11 points off turnovers, and that could spell doom for the Bearcats when Syracuse can create the turnovers and cash them in.
Todd replaces Williams for Binghamton as Watkins will take the second free throw. He did not play at all against St. Bonaventure. Getting some PT tonight. Gorman grabs the rebound of the missed free throw. Out for Edelin. McCroskey for 3. Missed it. Watkins a follow! You gotta be kidding me! What are these freshmen doing tonight?
That ball was in his pocket, and he brought it from his waist and threw it down. What an athletic play.
I hardly believe what I just saw. 14-point lead for the Orange men. Brought that from his waist.
And how about the bench? 18-4, the Orange getting a big-time lift.
And guys we haven't seen step up yet, getting it done. Roberts played awfully well off the bench with 9. Shot clock winding down. Haley fires a 3 and hits it.
Good patience there. The Bearcats really needed a bucket. And the 3 ball to their delight.
Louis McCroskey in the front court for Syracuse. For Warwick, looking inside for Gorman. He wants the ball. He gets it against Todd. He'll take the short jumper and hit. How about the confidence these guys are playing with off the bench?
Solid footwork, Gorman. The catch, squares up. Defender backs off, and just a little simple jump shot for Matt Gorman.
Nice pass inside and an easy layup for Hermanier. Back to an 11-point game. You know, the bench didn't get hardly any playing time at all in the game against St. Bonaventure. It's almost like these guys want to prove something to Coach Boeheim that they can get it done too.
And they struggled when they were in there against Bonaventure. A few silly fouls and some turnovers. And Craig Forth, to be honest with you, really had a fantastic game. No need to take him out.
SU will call time here with 1:28 to go in the first half and an 11-point lead. But Watkins with an amazing dunk. Roberts has had a couple of slams and a 3-pointer. It's great to see these guys step up.
Yeah, without question. In one area, obviously, a lot of freshmen on the floor. They suffer a little bit defensively, and Binghamton really made them pay with a 3 and then a little transition against that little press. And how about Gorman? Here's the good catch. You see, turns, squares, defender backs off, and that's, you see he's got a beautiful shot, and it's just a simple jump shot. But again, it's confidence, and some of that confidence has spilled its way down the pine to some of those other freshmen, and Gorman, a fine example of that.
Yeah, we've been praising the freshman, but how about the sophomore, Matt Gorman? That wasn't anything spectacular, but that was certainly textbook basketball. Squaring up to the basket. If you're a young player watching at home, that's how you do it. Square up and just stick that jumper. The Orange men by 11 as we come out of the timeout. McCroskey stays out there. McNamara has to hustle. They put the ball on the floor and start the 5 count as Syracuse is late getting out of that timeout. Shot clock is down to 13. Gorman, turnaround, hits. He has a feathery touch. Gorman gets 2 more. It's a 13-point lead. Here comes the pressure. McCroskey rips it away. Held ball. Arrow favors Binghamton, however, but a nice play by Louis McCroskey. The first time we've gotten a look at him, and you can see he's an athletic player as well.
You see, ball goes to the corner, just what Syracuse wants, and they just slap that trap on. And credit Gorman and McCroskey. Good job. You see, they forced that pass to the corner right where they want it.
The press continues. SU by 13. Haley has nobody helping him out. Finally, Binghamton able to get it across. Inside for the layup. It's missed. Follow, however, falls. Hermanier gets the 2, and it's an 11-point game with under 1 to go first half. McCroskey on the outside with the crossover pull-up. Missed it. Might have forced it. Rebound to Binghamton, and here come the Bearcats in transition. They will try to milk some of this clock. The differential about 9 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. I think if Binghamton can get this to single digits for halftime, Al Walker would be happy with that. Hermanier. There you see the shot clock winding down. Penetration, stripped momentarily. Binghamton gets it back. Finally, it's stolen. G-Mac for Warwick. Hakeem back out for a G-Mac three. Rims out. He doesn't miss many of those when he's squared up. Gorman hustling, trying to come up with a steal, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Binghamton with 4.3 to go, first half. Now, wait a minute. They point towards Binghamton. It will be Binghamton ball.
And a good call. Gorman hustling right here, and you see the ball right off his hand. Last one to touch it. Good call by the official. They corrected themselves, but Matt Gorman's been very active. And offensively, it's confidence, and he has it going.
4.3 to go. Binghamton with possession. Syracuse slapping on some more pressure. Robert Todd to trigger it in. Gets it in for Hermanier. He'll take it across the midcourt line and let fly. He misses. And we'll go to halftime with Syracuse leading by 11. It was far from a perfect first half, but SU with some bench players getting it done, and there were some spectacular plays on the offensive end for each team in half number one. We will take a timeout. Our score at halftime, it's Syracuse 40 and Binghamton 29. We'll be back with first half highlights and all the stats right after this.
We got a breakaway. Otto for the Binghamton Bearcats. Next is down the lane. He's fired. Otto on the assist. And next to the Bearcats.
Back inside the Carrier Dome, Doug Wright, Dan Liedtke, and some mascots from the Central New York area playing some halftime hoops. That's the Salty Dog driving. And, oh, how do you miss that layup?
Don't let them fool you, folks. That's some old footage from Doug's high school days.
Oh, the Bearcat can't score either. I mean, how many chances are they going to get? Anyway, our halftime score, Syracuse 40 and Binghamton 29. Doug Wright alongside Dan Liedtke. I made my layups when I played high school basketball. You know, Syracuse hasn't won a game by double figures all season long. This may be the first one with an 11-point halftime lead. It wasn't perfect, you know, but there were some unbelievable plays out there in the first half.
Some awesome athletic plays, and they really were out of sync early offensively. Then they slapped that press on, created some turnovers, and it was transition basketball, and that's what the Orange love.
Let's take a look at the highlights from the first half of play, and we'll start with the visitors from Binghamton in a long-range shot coming up right here.
Big time from Preble. Knocks down the deep ball. Brandon Carter not afraid to stroke it from deep.
Carter with 9 points to lead Binghamton in the first half. As for Syracuse, you want to see some athleticism?
What happened?
Oh, we're going to miss the mascots for the beginning.
Oh, that was good.
Oh, what happened? Did we screw up? I didn't see it.
I don't know.
Yeah, Otto's team -6. Why do you think I'm so mad about those missed layups?
There was a line in.
I had Otto and Baxter -6. Back inside the Carrier Dome, we are at halftime, and Syracuse is off to a 40-29 lead over the Binghamton Bearcats. Doug Wright alongside Dan Liedtke. No, it wasn't artistic in the first half. There was some sloppy play, but there was also some incredible play. We saw some feats of amazement in the first half of play, follow dunks, long-range threes. It was kind of fun to watch.
Absolutely, no question about it. Syracuse out of sync early offensively, but really they slapped that press on, got out on the run, created some turnovers, and that's their style of game. That's what's working for them this season, and they brought the bench in, and they really sparked the Orange.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights, beginning with the Bearcats of Binghamton, and here's one of those long-range bombs from Brandon Carter.
Brandon Carter from Preble, halfway home, knocks down the deep three ball.
Yeah, they'll pass by that Preble sign on I-81 on the way back. As for the Orange men, in the first half, you want to see some athleticism, just watch these.
Oh, Terrence Roberts off the bench really gave the Orange a lift there, cleaning up the junk. And you see McCroskey in early. And how about Watkins from his hip? You won't see a better dunk than that. And then Matt Gorman off the bench. The confidence trickles over, and he just catches faces and uses that pretty touch to stroke it.
So the bench actually coming through for Syracuse, a big reason why the Orange men are off to this 11-point halftime lead. Bench scoring heavily in favor of the Orange men, 22-4 over Binghamton. That's the stat that really jumps out at you. Field goal percentage pretty strong too for the Orange men.
And the turnovers, Syracuse really cashing in on those turnovers, getting out on the break, getting some easy buckets.
So we are at halftime at the Carrier Dome. Students getting a study break from finals, enjoying this one so far. The Orange men by 11. The second half coming up. Well, if the starters get 93 and the bench 3, where's the other 4?
That's going to be 7, right?
Back at the Carrier Dome, Doug Wright, Dan Liedtke. About set to start the second half between Binghamton and Syracuse. The Orangemen with an 11-point lead. Let's look at the top scorers for each team. For Binghamton, Brandon Carter has 9, Troy Haley with 7, and Sebastian Hermanier with 7 as well for the Bearcats. For Syracuse, how about that? The freshman Terrence Roberts with 9 points off the bench to lead the way for Syracuse. That was in just 7 minutes of action. Josh Pace with 6, Jerry McNamara with 5 for the Orange. Jim Boeheim working with his team, and one thing we mentioned right off the top, Dan, was the fact that he would have a chance to use some of those bench players. They've come up big. You know, so far this year, Syracuse starters have scored 93% of the points. Tonight, the starters are scoring just 45% of the points. The bench coming up with better than half of the SU numbers on the board so far.
Easy to say, a big-time lift off the bench, and the freshmen have all stepped up tonight. And that's really going to go a long way to help Syracuse this season if they can get that sort of contribution out of their bench.
The starters back out on the floor for Syracuse. Edelin, McNamara, the backcourt. Warwick, fourth, and Pace up front. We're at the Carrier Dome. Glad you're with us here on Time Warner Sports as we start the second half. Fourth misses the layup. Warwick gets it back and slams.
Wow, Craig Forth trying to get into the offensive act and misses the little chippy, but there's Warwick to clean it up.
Hakeem now with 6, his first field goal in a while. Scored the first 4 for Syracuse tonight. Billings feeds Hermanier, and he drains a 3. It's a 10-point game. They blow the whistle. They have to fix the net down here at the other end after Warwick's slam, and Josh Pace just jumped up and fixed things. Here it is again. This is what caused the net tangle.
They're fortunate. That's the only thing that was disheveled.
A big 3 down the other way for Binghamton, though. Cuts the Syracuse lead to 10. Alley-oop pass down low. Forth tried to feed Warwick, who saves it inbounds. And Syracuse will keep possession of the ball. Warwick tapping his chest to say, my fault.
Yeah, that was an excellent pass. Just took his eyes off the ball, but presence of mind to bounce that one off a Bearcat and retain possession.
You know, amazingly, Forth, known for being a great passer, has just 1 assist all season, and it came tonight. Warwick feeds Pace. Thought about trying to get it to Forth and decides to kick it back out. Edelin penetrates. Shot clock down to 8. Forth on the inside. Over Billings. Banks it in. Craig nasty with 2 right there.
Gets wide, takes the ball. And how about that little baby hook off the window?
12-point lead for the Orange. Make it 10 once again as Troy Haley hits the running jumper. Haley has 9, and the SU lead is back to 10. These Bearcats are hanging around. If they can keep this to 10 or less, it could get interesting, but McNamara has other ideas. He misses the 3. Forth could not corral the rebound. Instead, it's Hermanier. In transition, Williams for a 3. Air ball. Warwick, the rebound for Billy E. Here come the Orange men. On the run. Edelin pulls it up for Pace. Josh, little stutter step, gets in the lane, spins, tries to dump it down low for Edelin, knocked away by Billings. Syracuse will keep possession of the ball with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Alex Adadrian re-enters the game for Binghamton, replacing Billings, who was playing with 2 personals. And back in is Giovanni Alomo as well for Binghamton. A whistle quickly.
They catch Carter tangled up with G-Mac. G-Mac trying to rub off a screen and get free, and Carter, a little bit of jersey there. They whistle him for the foul.
Only his first foul, second team foul for Binghamton here in half number 2. So we'll do this all over again. Edelin gets it in for Pace. G-Mac inside for Craig Forth. Going one-on-one, strung to the rack, but he missed the shot. Adadrian, the rebound for Binghamton. You gotta like the aggressive move, but you gotta finish that. Binghamton can get this game back down to single digits here. Adadrian penetrates, jump step in the lane, he makes the layup, and Alex Adadrian makes this an 8-point game.
You credit Brandon Carter with a solid screen, able to get him free. and pick up that easy bucket.
SU has scored just 4 points here in the second half in the first 2.5 minutes. Warwick jostling down low with Alomo, and the foul will go against Giovanni Alomo of the Bearcats.
You see Warwick trying to post up, and Alomo getting busy down low.
That was your basic clear out by the big fella. He just shoved Warwick out of the way, and now Giovanni will take a seat on the bench. I don't think Al Walker liked that style of defense either. I know Warwick didn't. He had some words. He gets the pass on the inside. He's a little fired up here. Let's see what Warwick does. Feeds forth. Back for Akeem. Gets a step in the lane. Missed the shot, but draws the foul. The foul will go against Sebastian Hermanier. He didn't like the call, but Warwick will have a pair. It did seem like Warwick initiated the contact that time, but the foul goes against Binghamton.
And he's been at that free throw line quite a bit this season, shooting for a pretty good clip, but he certainly absorbs a lot of contact down low when he catches the basketball.
Binghamton has done a good job against Warwick, who's well below his season average of nearly 26 points per game. Akeem misses the first free throw. He'll have one more. Warwick with just 6 points tonight. Williams leaves the game as Todd checks in. Warwick trying to make it 7 points. He does to go along with 5 boards. Still a single-digit lead for the Orange Men at 9, 45-36. Haley feeds a Dadrian. Hermanier back for Todd. Carter now left wing going inside. The Dadrian backs in. Double comes. Shot is blocked. Pace comes out of there with it for the Orange Men.
The Bearcats hanging in there on the glass with Syracuse.
GMAC for 3. Missed it, but he's fouled. That's going to be 3 free throws for GMAC. Brandon Carter came out to contest a shot and knocked Jerry down, and he'll step to the free throw line where he's nearly automatic.
Certainly a tongue twister there, no doubt about it. GMAC, as you mentioned, almost automatic, and 3 free shots.
He averages 20 points per game, and he is well below his average also with only 5 points so far tonight.
Binghamton's done a very good job denying him the basketball. Hasn't been in his hands a whole lot tonight. He's really had to work hard to get the shots that he has taken, but they've done a nice job defensing him and denying the ball.
McNamara's made the first 2. He entered this game shooting only 77% from the free throw line. Now I say only because of who we're talking about here. Last year he averaged about 91% from the stripe. But he makes all 3 to put the Orange Men up by 12. Demetrius Nichols back in the game. Josh Pace will exit. Nichols, one of the freshmen, and he comes up with a steal and lays it in. That didn't take too long, did it?
Great anticipation. Nichols quick to the ball and not afraid to finish it.
McNamara nearly steals it, but he's called for the foul. The Orange Men looking for a tie-up call, but instead they say that GMAC had part of the wrist. And let's look at Nichols again, right off the bench, contributing.
Yeah, anticipates that pass nicely and finishes it nicely. Great play right off the bench. Good spark.
Just knocked another one away. Nichols did. Edelin on the floor. It's tied up. And the arrow will go to Syracuse this time. Or rather to Binghamton. My mistake. Binghamton will get the ball. Trailing by 14 points. The Bearcats did get it down to single digits momentarily here in the second half. The Orange Men are opening things up once again. Haley feeds Hermanier. Out high for Billings, who's been pretty quiet in this game for a guy who was considered one of the better players for the Bearcats. We thought we'd see a little more offense out of him. He has only 2 points tonight. Hermanier with the shot clock winding down, misses the 3. Long rebound comes right back to him. He's caught down in the corner, however. Warwick goes down, and they call traveling against Hermanier. He helps Warwick back up onto his feet, but he gives a glare back to the official before heading down court.
Coach Walker right on top of that play, not happy with the call as well.
Number 30.
Billy Williams back in for Binghamton, replacing Robert Todd. Al Walker likes to keep his guys fresh. He shuttles players in and out frequently. He's gone about 9 or 10 deep, even more than that. 10 players have seen action so far tonight for Binghamton. McNamara for Billy E. He'll try a three. Rims out, almost got it to fall. Billings the rebound. And here come the Bearcats back the other way. That three could have been big. The Orangemen would have been up by 17 had that fallen. Hermanier fouled from behind by Roberts. Terrence had 9 points in just 7 minutes in the first half. He's back out there now picking up the foul.
You see Roberts not good position, denying the ball there, and an easy call. A lot of contact. Official right on top of it. Second
personal foul on Roberts, and we have an official's timeout. 15:29 to go, second half. Our score, Syracuse 50, Binghamton 36. Back inside the Carrier Dome, 15:29 to go, second half. Syracuse leads Binghamton by the score of 50-36. While we have a moment, how about a congratulations to the Colgate Raiders football team on to the national championship game against Delaware in Division I AA.
Big win, great game, and winning handily. And I heard they fished those goalposts out from last week out of the lake across the street. That must have been quite a chore.
Well, we had the pleasure of broadcasting a couple of Colgate games here on Time Warner Sports, so it's great to see them go on to the national championship. Let's take a look at some statistics from this game. Field goal shooting has been improved by Binghamton here in the second half. 50% shooting from the floor, while the Orangemen have fallen off just a bit. But Syracuse has extended an 11-point halftime lead into a 14-point advantage right now. Bearcats with the basketball, wearing the all green, working from left to right here in half number 2. Lob pass on inside for Billings. The big 7-footer scores on the reverse. Nice job of using the rim as a shield to get free against Craig Ford.
And a solid entry pass. Billings, a nice target, and they lead him to the basket. And as you mentioned, uses that backboard and rim as a shield and a finish on the opposite side.
Foul away from the ball is going to go against Binghamton. It looks like they got Hermanier fighting a little too aggressively through the screen. Non-shooting foul, only the 5th team foul for Binghamton. First on Hermanier. Off the inbound, an offensive foul is called on Demetrius Nichols. Barreled over Billy Williams, who had the position, and Binghamton will get the basketball back down by 12.
Syracuse going to fall back on defense. We haven't seen much of that press this half.
A couple of freshmen on the floor for the Orangemen now. Nichols and Roberts both out there as Haley will take the jumper. Missed it. Roberts fights for the rebound. Ford comes up with it. He has it taken away, but he's fouled. I think they got Hermanier again.
Fortunate to get the foul. He grabs the rebound and brings it down below his waist. And that's a freebie for a little guard to sneak in there and steal that one away. He's really fortunate they whistled him with the foul.
They called it on Haley that time. His second, team 6th, so Syracuse still not shooting. As you can plainly see on your screen, up by 12. Nichols will take a 3. Missed it. Hermanier the rebound for Binghamton. They say he hits them all the time in practice, but tonight he's 0 for 2 from behind the three-point line. Billings backs 4th in. Nice aggressive move, and goaltending is called against Roberts. Boy, he's shown me something. Ever since I said he's been pretty quiet on the offensive end, Nick Billings has stepped it up.
You see here, he one-on-one with Forth and a good spin, and Roberts, no need in that situation. They catch him for the goaltend. Coach Boeheim right to his bench. Warwick in for Roberts just to settle him down.
The ball clearly off the backboard first. That's a goaltend every time. 6 points, 4 boards for Billings. Edelin feeds Forth. Jumper from the free throw line is good. He can hit that shot, and he does right there. 4 points for Forth, and back to a 12-point lead for the Orange.
I like the confidence, the catch. He turns around right away and fires. Shows that touch.
Haley for Billings. He thought about taking a jumper over Forth, but he was a little further away from the basket than Craig just was. Hermanier picked up by Warwick. Battle of number ones. Hermanier gets in the lane, feeds Billings. G-Mac tries to come in and steal it. He knocks it out of bounds is the call, and Binghamton will keep possession.
We'll see here, Forth steps up and then recovers on Billings, and there's G-Mac in there looking for a little scrap.
If you're a big man, you don't want to bring the ball down low where the little guys can get it. Binghamton retains possession. Shot clock winding down to 10 seconds right now. Haley penetrates in the lane. Nice feed for Billings in the slam.
And the penetration really breaks the defense down. Forth has to step up. Nobody rotates over. And Billings, we'll see here. Here's the penetration. Forth steps up. Nobody rotates back. And Billings, a free pass. There's a great look at it. No rotation on the bottom of that defense. Billings, a big dunk.
Binghamton is down by just 10. The Bearcats are hanging around. A whistle on the offensive end. Away from the ball. The foul's going to go against the Bearcats, and Billy Williams picks it up. Al Walker doesn't like the call. He's not smiling because he's happy, Dan.
Not at all. Not pleased with that call. And Nichols at the line, but credit Coach Walker. Part of his recruiting tool, what he does is he promises a player, we'll play a game in your home state. Actually went to Alaska, which is where Billings is from, and covered a lot of country to play in his home state.
Nichols misses the free throw. Billings, however, loses the handle on the rebound. So Syracuse will keep the basketball. Here's how Billings is matched up against the two-headed monster in the middle for Syracuse. Evened up with 8 points apiece. Pretty even across the board, really.
Yeah, and I think obviously a notch up in talent level here. Billings going against Syracuse. Certainly higher level talent. And Syracuse certainly hold their own.
Double comes against Warwick. Nice pass for Edelin. Great awareness by Hack to feed Billy E for the easy 2.
Very unselfish, recognizes the double team. And Billy E likes to get down that lane as well.
Back to a 12-point lead for the Orange men. Binghamton has not let SU run away and hide yet. Haley. Billings inside. McNeil checks him. Skip pass across. Williams penetrates. Nichols blocks the shot. Warwick has it for G-Mac. Back for Nichols. Try to reward him for the block and hustling down, but the ball goes off Demetrius out of bounds. That's what the first call is. Now they're conferring about it. And they do change the call, and Syracuse will keep the ball. Good communication by this three-man crew here tonight. Second time they've overruled one of their own calls after a conference.
And Nichols really doing a nice job this half defensively. He's created a few turnovers in there in the break. G-Mac looking for him.
Yeah, G-Mac comes off the screen, has the shot blocked from behind. McNamara wants the foul call, didn't get the whistle. Binghamton can get this back down to 10. Haley, jumper, got it, and it is a 10-point game, and the Binghamton fans behind their bench standing and cheering. They're still in this game. I bet if you told Al Walker that, hey, we'll wind it down to 12 minutes to go and put you down by 10, would you take it? He might just take that. Warwick has it blocked. McNeil gets the follow, and we have a whistle. It's going to go against Binghamton. I mean, the Bearcats are in this thing.
Oh, no question about it. And they've got Syracuse a little out of sync. You see McNeil strong to that board and a lot of hands in the jar there.
Third foul on Alex Sadadrian. And Jeremy McNeil goes to the free throw line. Just over his season average in points tonight. Jeremy also not known for his free throw shooting. But he hits that one. He's getting it done this year, 67% from the line coming in, and tacked that one onto it. Hit those big free throws against Pitt last year here at the Carrier Dome. Misses the second long rebound, ripped down by Billy Williams of Binghamton. So here come the Bearcats down by 11 with a chance to get it back to single digits again. Adadrian matched up against McNeil. Gets in the lane with it, lost the handle, has to kick it back outside. Haley off the screen. Back for Adadrian inside. McNeil takes it away. Good defense by Jeremy. Leaves it off for Jerry McNamara. Here comes G-Mac for Josh Pace. Outside, Nichols back for G-Mac. Nichols with another shot at it from three. Decides not to fire and then travels. What do they say, Dan? He who hesitates is lost. He had a chance to take a three the first time he got his hands on the ball, but decided not to. Instead, he turns it over. So with 11:24 to go in the second half, we have an officials timeout, and the Bearcats with the basketball. Syracuse leads Binghamton 55-44, but the Bearcats are trying to make things interesting at the Carrier Dome. Back inside the Carrier Dome, Doug Wright and Dan Lika. 11:24 to go, second half. Syracuse leads Binghamton 55-44. Bearcats are fighting hard with Syracuse, and let's take a look at that previous play one more time.
You see Nichols gets along the baseline, and right there, foot on the line, and the official with a good call right on top of it.
All right. So Nichols turns it back over. Binghamton has the ball down 11, and Coach Boeheim going back to the press. This was effective in the first half when Syracuse opened up its biggest lead. Binghamton looks a bit rattled by this, and they do get it across, but it sure wasn't pretty. Billings is double teamed. Back out high, Erminier down to the corner for a three that rims out. That could have been huge for Binghamton. Haley missed the shot, however. G-Mac with a rebound off the floor for Syracuse. McNamara going end-to-end, has it stripped, kicks it back outside for an open Nichols three. He just does not have the confidence from out there. You can see it. He's a much better shooter than that, and we'll see that before the season's over, I'm sure. SU by 11 with the ball. Shot clock is down to 10 because that one didn't hit the rim. I'm not sure the Orangemen are aware of that. Shot clock down to 5. McNamara feeds Warwick, driving, scoring, and count the basket. He got fouled in the play, and Hack will go to the line to try to complete it.
How about that step down the lane by Warwick? Are you kidding me? What an incredible move. Clock winding down. G-Mac running out of options, but there's a good one. Warwick, look at this. Above the rim, little finger roll right in Billings' mug. What a shot.
I mean, he has such big hands. That basketball's like a grapefruit. I mean, he can just do so many things with it in the air. It's like he's got it on a string. Misses the free throw. Warwick with 9 points tonight. Not a single Syracuse player's in double figures yet, amazingly enough. 57-44 Orange. In fact, Syracuse has had 10 different players score here tonight. Foul on the outside as Haley got a step and was hacked by G-Mac.
He tries to bust through the double team of Pace and G-Mac, and you see G-Mac right across the arm. Easy call.
Fourth team foul on the Orangemen. Binghamton has shot just 2 free throws all night. 3 fouls on McNamara. In for Billings. Despite the 3 fouls, GMAC's not afraid to go in there and strip it. He takes it away. Here come the Orangemen in transition. Pace, spinning. Missed that one. Warwick can't get the rebound. He falls to the floor. He's okay, but Binghamton has the basketball, down by 13. It's been an uneven performance for the Orangemen so far tonight. I guess that's one way to describe it. As Ermanier backs in and misses. Billings is fouled by Warwick. We've seen the flashes tonight, Dan, but it has not been a steady evening for the Orangemen by any means.
Not handsome whatsoever this half, and very frustrating. You see, going to see a good look at this foul here. Loose ball, and Pace actually down on the floor, but there's Warwick. Hacks the big fella.
Well, this will be only the 3rd free throw of the night for Binghamton as Billings steps to the line. He misses. That was his first attempt. Matt Gorman is back in for Syracuse. He played well in his minutes in the first half. Josh Pace leaves. For Binghamton, Brett Watson re-enters. Steady night for the big 7-footer from Alaska. He hits on 1 out of 2. It's back to a 12-point Syracuse lead. Louis McCroskey back on the floor for Syracuse as well. He made his season debut in the first half, has not scored a basket yet. Missed on 2 field goal attempts, including a 3-pointer in half number 1.
Binghamton in a zone. McCroskey might get some open looks from outside.
Warwick feeds Gorman, who scores again.
Good pass, high-low. Warwick showing off his passing skills, but Gorman with a feathery touch off the window.
He's 3 for 3 from the floor. Gorman with 6 points for the Orangemen tonight. It's a 14-point lead once again for Syracuse. Watson throws across court. Warwick almost steals, but instead he fouls. That's the 3rd personal foul on Warwick and the 7th team foul for Syracuse. So the Bearcats will get free throws. More substitutions for Binghamton. Louis Karras, a sophomore from Brooklyn, New York, enters the game for the first time. Now Walker giving all of his players some experience on this Carrier Dome floor. His team down by 14 points right now.
You see Syracuse almost half their points from the Pine.
Karras will fire a long 3. It almost fell for him. Right off the bench, he launched one, and it somehow would not go down. Here comes GMAC in transition. Foul from behind by Karras.
And they catch him on the reach as GMAC tries to push it up. And that's 10 team fouls already. So look at, here's GMAC trying to push it in. Ooh, like he almost carried that ball there, but
that was almost a clean pick by Karras too. Got a lot of ball there, but McNamara will go to the free throw line for 2, as you said, Dan. 10 team fouls on Binghamton. GMAC misses.
Can't say I've seen a spin like that before.
3 for 4 from the line so far tonight is McNamara. He makes 1 out of 2. It's a 15-point lead for the Orangemen. And with this clock down under 9 minutes, Binghamton's chances are starting to slip away. Karras feeds an open Carter for 3. They really could have used that one, but he misses. Billings the rebound. Carter will get another try. Missed that one too. Another offensive rebound for Binghamton and a foul on Gorman of Syracuse.
And Gorman 15 feet from the basket, not able to recover. And Ermanier able to sneak in there. See, there's Gorman out there defending the shooter, and Ermanier in there to scrap up the rebound on that right side, unchecked.
They actually gave that foul to Louis McCroskey, who came around the other side, his first personal. Ermanier at the free throw line. He has 10 points tonight over his season average. Missed the free throw. McNeil the rebound. Binghamton is letting too many opportunities slip by, and this game's going to slip by if they're not careful. Missed a couple of threes on that end, and then missed the front end of a 1-and-1. McNamara from McCroskey's three. He got Louis McCroskey knocks down a three. His first points as an Orange man.
Nice touch, and G-Mac looking for him all the way. A lot of space on that zone, and McCroskey welcome to big-time hoops with a big-time three.
Timeout taken by Binghamton with 8:08 to go, second half. Louis knocking down the three. We will take a timeout. The Orange men lead by 18 thanks to Louis' three. Biggest lead? Back inside the Carrier Dome, Syracuse leads by 18, biggest lead of the night, and Louis McCroskey checking in with three.
Why not? G-Mac draws the defenders in. A lot of space on that zone, and Louis sets up shop in G-Mac neighborhood. Knocks down the three.
Been a long time coming for that young man. Had to sit out the first 3 games, sit out practices with academic issues that were cleared up. He's cleared to play by the NCAA, and he's out there. And, you know, there was some question whether he may be redshirted since he missed those 3 games, but you can see immediately here tonight why they wouldn't redshirt him. He looks like he has a nice outside shooting stroke, and Syracuse surely use someone who can knock down some threes, and McCroskey could be that guy. Under 8 to go. Regulation time, Syracuse by 18. Binghamton with the ball. Carter driving and scoring. Nice touch from Brandon Carter.
Good patience, nice touch. Carter on the baseline, little 15-footer.
16-point lead now for the Orange men. Jeremy McNeil out high. McCroskey feeds inside. Gorman turn around. He finally missed a shot here tonight. McNeil missed the tip, and Binghamton gets the ball back.
Good work on the boards. Credit Gorman and also McNeil hustling to the boards, working hard.
We have an officials timeout. We will take another timeout from the Carrier Dome. SU by 16. Back inside the Carrier Dome, Syracuse leads Binghamton by 16. If you like balanced scoring, you have to like what the Orange men are doing tonight. 11 different scores. Everyone who's played has scored, and if you like SU basketball, be sure to join us on Thursday night, December 18th. Should be a good battle as Syracuse takes on Manhattan, a rematch of the opening round game from the NCAA tournament 1 year ago. That's Syracuse and Manhattan. We'll have it for you on Time Warner Sports Thursday night at 7:30. Looking forward to that matchup. Manhattan has a lot of guys back from last year's team. The Orange men will be challenged for sure. Binghamton with the ball down 16, needing some threes. They'll try one there. It misses. Warwick the rebound as Joe White entered the game and let one fly. Under 7 to go. The Orange men by 16 points. McNamara spins away from the defense. Has it knocked away momentarily. McNeil out high. Back for GMAC. McCroskey driving baseline. Louis feeds McNeil. Lost the handle. Gets it back. Shot clock down to 10. Gorman wants it inside. Nice.
Give Gorman a lot of credit. Presenting himself to the ball. Spotting up. Nice target. And confident. A quick catch and a quick spin.
8 points for Gorman tonight. That is a career high. White throws one cross court for Carter. Gorman out on him. Amazingly, still no Syracuse player in double figures here. Gorman closing in. White feeds Haley. Coming around the top of the key. Feeds Carter. Shot clock winding down. Knocked away by McCroskey, and the buzzer goes off for the shot clock. The Syracuse have possession. We'll keep playing. McNamara out for Gorman. He'll try a 3. Missed it. McNeil, the long rebound, and he's fouled by Billings. And that will be the 4th team foul, or 4th personal foul, I should say, on the 7-footer from Binghamton, Nick Billings.
Gorman confident in transition, not afraid to spring that 3 ball. You see number 4 there on Nick Billings, and McNeil and 4th have really made him work hard and have done a nice job defending him and keeping him off the glass.
McNeil will step to the free throw line. Makes the first. He'll have one more. Binghamton making plenty of substitutions. Billy Edelin also enters the game for Syracuse. Check out the scoring, though, Dan, as Terrence Roberts checks in. Roberts, who you see on your screen now, with 9 points. Warwick with 9. McNamara with 9. Gorman has 8. 6 points for Pace. 4 for Nichols. 5 for Edelin. 4 for 4. 3 for Watkins. The list goes on and on. McNeil misses the second. Gorman the follow. He was looking to get into double digits, but he missed the follow and then picks up the foul. He would have been the first Syracuse player in double figures for scoring.
He's working hard on the glass. You see him pushing down low, misses the chippy. And watch the elbow right in his melon right here. Boom. Oh.
Get out the smelling salts, man. But the Carrier Dome fans here gave Gorman a standing O as he came back on the defensive end. They appreciate the effort from that. Alex Adadri at the free throw line, 1-and-1 for him. Only the 6th free throw taken by Binghamton tonight. There it is, and it misses. McNeil, the rebound for Syracuse. SU is blowing out the Bearcats right now. McCroskey for 3, missed it short. Rebound to Binghamton and Adadrian. But you can see that McCroskey has a nice stroke from behind that 3-point line.
Without a doubt, and he's confident, not afraid to shoot it.
Haley for Binghamton, back out for Carter. Bearcats down by 19 points. Whistle away from the ball. A foul is going to be called against Syracuse.
And they catch McNeil tied up down low with Adadrian. And they whistle him for the foul. A lot of contact, and both teams, Syracuse and Binghamton, over 10 fouls this half. That's Syracuse's 9th, so any foul in the future will all be shooting 2.
Adadrian misses the free throw. Gorman the rebound for the Orangemen. Lead pass for Roberts. Going up strong in the lane. He lays it in, and Terrence Roberts now has 11, a career high. First Syracuse player in double figures. And the Orangemen extend their lead to over 20 points for the first time tonight.
A good look and a good head fake by Roberts. Nice finish.
McCroskey hounding Haley, who kicks it back outside for Hermanier. Back for Haley, going baseline on Roberts. Gets in the lane, and McNeil rejects him. The ball bounces out of bounds, last touch by Syracuse. Jeremy stepping up.
Having himself a nice game, and you see here, up high, elevates, sends it out.
Syracuse as a team has 10 blocked shots tonight. Binghamton down 21. They made it the game for a while, but it's not a game anymore. 3-point try from way outside. Misses by Karras. Rebound to Roberts. Ahead for McCroskey. As we take a look at a couple of SU freshmen out there on the floor. Edelin running the point guard spot. Picked up by Karras. Edelin's going to break him down if he can. Billy E goes between the legs with a dribble, has it stripped. Karras knocks it away. Down on the floor, he comes up with a steal. That's something he's going to tell his grandkids someday, that I stole the ball from the national champion at the Carrier Dome. Karras in the corner. Carter. Get it down low. Double comes. It appears that Binghamton has pretty much conceded this game down by 21 points. They're not rushing the shots. They're running the offense, taking their time, just trying to work on some things that they can use later in the season in the America East Conference. Watson drives and picks up the foul. So Brett Watson will go to the free throw line for Binghamton, and the foul is on Matt Gorman. Instead, it's on Edelin, not Gorman.
You see he's able to get around Edelin, get down that lane. A lot of contact. Gets himself to the line.
10 team fouls for Syracuse. Now both teams in the bonus, so with every foul we'll have 2 free throws. Watson from Wichita, Kansas. This is the free throw. We'll have one more. Darrell Watkins is back in the game for Syracuse, replacing Jeremy McNeil.
And he had a solid game, in control, working hard on the glass, and especially in the offensive boards, getting himself some chippies down low. For him in fourth, a solid effort.
Syracuse with 3 of its Fab 4 on the floor right now. 3 of the 4 freshmen are out there. Watkins, McCroskey, and Roberts all in the game as we get a personal foul called against Ermanier in the front court for Binghamton. I'd almost like to see Nichols get out there and see what the 4 freshmen can do together.
Edelin, fortunate. No turnover there. Really forced that pass in there. And Roberts, good set of hands, able to corral that ball. Draws the foul.
Roberts with a great game off the bench. He had 9 points in just 7 minutes in the first half. Makes the free throw. He'll have one more. If I'm not mistaken, the 4 freshmen played together in a summer league here in Syracuse as they were getting ready for this upcoming season. So they are used to playing with one another. Roberts has one more try. Missed it short. Rebound to Binghamton's Giovanni Alomo. Here's Brett Watson, front court. Louis Karras, back for Watson. For Karras. These young guys are still stepping it up on the defensive end. 2 sophomores out there with 3 freshmen. You almost forget that Edelin's a sophomore after all he's been through. Foul on Gorman of Syracuse.
And they catch him on the reach in. Syracuse defense still active. Edelin McCroskey working really hard in the top part of that zone.
Hey, nice crowd here at the Carrier Dome tonight to watch the Orange Men take on the Bearcats. 21,383 in attendance. As Carter makes the first free throw. I'd love to see even a bigger crowd Wednesday night when Manhattan comes in. That's one of the better non-conference games of the year now. A lot of the casual fans may not be aware of that, but this Manhattan team is strong. It's going to be a team you'll see in the NCAA tournament this year, and they come into the Carrier Dome on Wednesday night. Carter makes the second free throw, and we have our final officials timeout of the evening. 3:21 to go, second half. Syracuse by 20. Probably tickets sold, yeah. Tickets sold. Yeah, they do tickets sold, not actual attendance.
You need tickets? You need tickets?
What?
What'd you say? You need tickets?
I can't hear you.
Did you say you needed tickets?
No, I said that's tickets sold. 21,000 people actually here.
Right. Probably more than they'll have next year for football. Sounds like fun.
Back inside the Carrier Dome, the big SU flag waving as the Orange Men have a 20-point lead over the Bearcats. Here's what's ahead for each of these teams, beginning with Binghamton. Oh my goodness. At Kansas on the 29th. Won't be easy going in there. St. Francis, that'll be a little easier touch for the Bearcats on the 17th. Also on the schedule at home in Binghamton, Vermont, Texas, and Maine before trips to BU and Albany. For Syracuse, the New York State battles continue. Manhattan, Siena, and Colgate all in a row before UNC Asheville comes in, and they will take on Canisius to get the New York State teams out of the way. Looking forward to that Michigan State battle. Boy, is Tom Izzo taking on everybody or what? Every time I look up, Michigan State's playing a highly ranked team.
In the game today, perhaps the largest college crowd ever to witness a basketball game at Ford Field.
Yeah, they had over 78,000, I heard, for that game. They took on Kentucky.
Wow.
I don't know how all 78,000 could see the court, but they were all in there somehow. Watson takes it down to the baseline. Roberts picks him up there. Three-pointer from the far corner misses. Nichols the rebound. Same lineup out there for Syracuse. Three freshmen. One of them has the ball now. Watkins penetrating. He's hammered. He'll go to the line for two.
You see here, he's able to put the ball on the floor, and hammered is an understatement. A lot of body there. Lomo with a big foul.
So McCroskey is out there with Roberts and Watkins at the moment as Watkins misses the free throw. Edelin's running the point with Matt Gorman. Pat Schultz, a junior from Monroe, New York, is into the game for the first time for Binghamton. And I think that Al Walker's got about every player in a uniform into this game. Watkins misses a pair, and Giovanni Alomo, the freshman from Cameroon, comes up with a rebound. Binghamton trails by 20 points. But certainly a good learning experience for the Bearcats as they head into America East play. Schultz goes inside. Alomo kicks it outside. Foul on the drive will go against Syracuse. And Joel Cassius will go to the free throw line after getting fouled by Terrence Roberts.
And a strong move to the basket. Bearcats still clawing away, and you mentioned a lot of younger players in there playing their game plan, not rushing their shots, just trying to work on some things, getting ready for conference play. How'd you like that stretch? At Syracuse, you get St. Francis, and then at Kansas. At Kansas, that's rather gutsy.
Boy, I'd say.
Not sure what Coach Walker did to make that schedule maker unhappy.
Cassius' second free throw hits pretty much everything up there, but won't go in. Watkins corrals the rebound out for McCroskey. Here comes Louis in transition. Nice pass inside for Edelin. Has a shot blocked. And out of bounds to Syracuse. Well, when you're playing a small conference like Binghamton is, hey, why not take your shots? McCroskey feeds Watkins, and he slams it down.
Good vision, McCroskey. Nice penetration. Dumps it off, and Watkins, a no-doubter.
Watkins with 5 points to go along with 3 boards tonight. The talent up and down this roster of Syracuse is just so impressive. The bench has played extremely well in this one. Kevin Klustra drives and misses the shot. Kevin's a freshman from Chatham, Ontario. Here's McCroskey in transition. Jump stop in the lane. Throws up the right-hand runner and falls.
Shows you he's a scorer. Gets down that lane. Pretty little runner.
Nice debut for McCroskey. 5 points go along with a couple of assists and a rebound. 23-point lead for the Orangemen. Alomo is doubled. Tries to feed it inside. Knocked away. And a foul is called. That shot will not count as Pat Schultz dropped one in, and they're not going to count it. Foul beforehand. And Schultz will go to the free throw line for 2.
And Gorman right there with the hold, and Coach Walker wanted that one to count. Working the official there.
That would have been his first points of the season. He came into this game with absolutely no stats. He hits the first. Now Walker's making this fun for his guys. He's putting some of the younger players in. We don't see any experience. Now Jim Boeheim going to do the same. Some walk-ons off the bench for Syracuse. Second free throw falls. 3 new players for Syracuse in. Demetrius Nichols is in. Andrew Cowie also checks in. And Raniel Herron is in as Terrence Roberts steps out after performing his best in a Syracuse uniform. Excuse me, Dan. 12 points for Roberts, go along with 5 rebounds.
Really the key in that big run in the first half for Syracuse, those 9 quick points.
Andrew Cowie leaves it off for Demetrius Nichols. Back for Cowie. Fans want him to shoot. Instead, he tries a dish, has it stolen away out of bounds. Syracuse will keep it with 19 on the shot clock. Cowie and Herron, both part of the national championship team of a year ago. Herron's a senior from Warner Robins, Georgia. Cowie, as you see there, also a senior from Tampa. 3-pointer from Herron misses. And Alomo has the rebound for Binghamton with under 40 seconds to go. When these walk-ons get out there, you kind of hope the clock slows down a little bit. Schultz steps in. Leaves it for Klustra. Down low, Alomo. Missed the shot. Second try, Alomo, and he's fouled. Tell you what, Dan, they're giving me a workout with some of these names. Got a Klustra, an Alomo, Airmonier.
Earning your pay tonight, no doubt about it.
Foul on Gorman. And 2 free throws upcoming for Giovanni Alomo. He makes the first. Syracuse leads by 20. It's just a matter of what the final score will be. Syracuse is 2 points away from feeding these people in the crowd. Promotion with that certain Mexican fast food restaurant. Second free throw is good.
Better get your hands on a ticket stub there.
Whatever it takes, big man. Fans cheering for it. 73-54 Orange men, under 15 seconds to go. Cowie pulling up for the jumper. Missed it. Herron the follow. He lays it in. Final seconds winding off the clock. Klustra has it blocked. Watkins will fire from half court. It hits the rim. It does not go in. Hey, but everybody gets tacos. That was one of the biggest cheers of the night. Raniel Herron with the follow, and Syracuse beats Binghamton 75-54. Coming out party for Terrence Roberts. He leads Syracuse tonight with 12 points, go along with 5 rebounds. Balanced scoring for the Orange men in this one. Warwick and McNamara with 9 points apiece. Matt Gorman off the bench with 8. Jeremy McNeil with 6. That's going to do it from the Carrier Dome. For my broadcast partner, Dan Lika, and producer-director Mark Ballard, I am Doug Wright, reminding you to join us once again on Thursday night, December 18th. That's when Manhattan battles Syracuse here at the Carrier Dome. The Jaspers and the Orange Men, Thursday at 7:30. Once again, the final score from the Carrier Dome. Syracuse beats Binghamton 75-54. Good night, everybody.